tuning back in with us, we're gonna pick up where we left off with the special skills man.
Gosh, seriously.
Well, real quick, I want to jump into what do you guys think about the other governor? I don't know what state he was in. They got caught with the text messaging.
Yeah.
Same similar situation, just I guess a different way of getting busted. You know.
Right. Exactly.
You know, I mean, I heard briefly about it. Were you aware of how it got broke down?
I believe, I don't think it was prostitution. I think it was
He just paid for it.
one of his workers or someone on his staff. I'm not for sure, but
So was it like infidelity then? Just
yeah, I
basic
think
infidelity?
basically he just got caught text messaging, so he just should have wrote letters.
Yeah.
People stop using your phone, just start writing letters.
Snail mail.
Old
Snail
fashioned.
mail to your prostitute lover. Is that what it is?
Okay. Basically.
Well, you know, one of the things that, part of the sex trade that is so troubling for me is the underage sex trades that they have in like Eastern Europe and Asia and stuff like that. And, you know, there is law enforcement, but I don't think that it's been funded enough or promoted enough within government or the international community to really stop this. You know, they're, you know, young children who are orphaned in most cases that are literally kidnapped and forced into sex. And, you know, I really find no difference between a woman who's chosen to have prostitution, you know, to go into prostitution because maybe she has to raise a kid, or a young kid who's been forced into it. They're both being forced really by two different, you know, invisible hands to go into prostitution. And that's why I really think that it's wrong in order to, you know, legalize it or to promote it in any sort of way. I don't know what your thoughts are.
Nah, just like
Dirty
you
man.
say, but you got to be at least 21 and up, basically. You know.
Age now?
But why 21? Why 20? What makes a 20?
18
What makes a
18
20-year-old different than a 21-year-old when it comes to
18
sex?
and up, you know, it's no difference. But like I say, basically,
It's even worse.
when you can get paid for it and knowing that you're doing it just out in the public, I mean,
Some people just don't know
Yeah.
otherwise, you know, especially when you're 18. I mean,
That's
hell,
right.
at 21, I didn't know what I was doing, you know, so I mean, I certainly wouldn't know what I was doing if I was selling my body on the street.
oh, trust me, they know what they're doing. That's why they get paid for it.
Well, you know, at the same time, the pay can be good. I mean, how much was Elliot Spicer's call girl? Did they get like $10,000 at the
Yeah.
time?
Yeah.
You know, that's...
You know what the crazy thing about it is? My idea would be if this is becoming to be a trend, they should at least take those individuals, as far as prostitution goes, and turn it into a good thing. Because even though they're being exposed, let's take them out from that environment. Because you do have a voice as
Right.
being a governor, and turn the bad into good. Give them a job. Give them, give
By
them
trying to help
some-
them
exactly.
in other ways,
Yeah, exactly.
give them opportunities.
Because
yeah.
majority of them, they're not going to come out and say, I'm prostitute. But if they see that somebody with a higher voice
Mhm.
is stepping up and saying, look, this is wrong, I'm willing to help.
That's a good point.
If that was a situation that they put out there, it would stop.
Do you think most of the time that people that get caught with prostitution just want to cover it up and the embarrassment and then just move on?
Yeah, but they know they're embarrassed.
They just really need
Yeah.
what you're saying is they really just need to twist it around and
Yeah.
just I think that's
I
a
mean,
way of
that would be actually his way of
like
getting
community
back.
service.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But if
Yeah.
you lower the price of it, then
Yeah.
it'll probably go
What?
away.
What is going on? Dude? You are
If you
terrible.
started paying these girls $20,000 and $30,000
I'm gonna get
for their
you
service,
a furry hat with a big
I
feather
mean,
in it.
come on
for
now.
the next show.
I mean, that's a lot of money.
That
For
is
one
a lot
night,
of
you
money.
make $30,000 for one night. Come on
That's a
now.
lot of money. Then when
And if you got a guy that's willing to pay you that kind of money, why not do it?
But see,
Right.
at the same time, you got to think about where that 30,000 comes from.
Right.
It's coming from the people that
taxpayers.
exactly.
Right.
They paying for his actions.
Exactly. To make the city run better. I mean, you
God.
gotta keep the crime rate
You're
down.
unbelievable. I think now you're starting to do it on purpose.
No. You keep the crime rate down. If you got your mayor real happy, your city run smooth. Your governor, your state run
Everybody
smooth.
else.
He wouldn't be doing anything.
President,
He'd
the
stick
nation
my
run
locked
smooth.
doors out. You're ridiculous.
No.
But I think that would be his way for any of the politicians that, you know, has a voice like that to get back in.
I think so too. I
Say,
think that's a great way
look,
of doing it.
Let's do it this way. This was wrong.
The cure for it is just to lower the price. If you got the power to lower the price, then lower it. But if not, then
I can't vote for that.
But it's not about money. It's about
It's for
morals
them, it
and
is.
ethics that go on
this
within.
world is basically about money. Money makes the world go round. You gotta have money to live.
People look up to them. The
You gotta have
politicians,
money to
the
live.
celebrities, the sports stars. I mean, this isn't a good way for them to act. And
Just like
certainly
the guys with
prostitution is not something
steroids,
that
I
they
mean.
should promote.
You know.
Is that the same situation?
Nah, you know they got caught with it, you know, but
It's just
When
same
you're in the public eye, you have a duty to take a step higher in the moral and ethical boundaries, you know, because you are in the limelight. Set examples, exactly. So, you know, the way that they've acted in the past should not be promoted.
if they got the power to lower the price of that, I mean, why
I
not?
disagree with him. I mean, if you offer more opportunity in the real world of job working, then I think it'll, you know, yeah.
I think so too. I think to promote that would be the best way to do it.
So promoting
Job growth, not promoting prostitution.
Right,
Exactly.
Right.
Like on the opposite
And,
side.
lowering the price.
Yeah.
I mean, if you lower the price, then it'll probably go away. But if you, like I said earlier, if you got,
No, if you lower the price, it's gonna go.
no, you know, if you got,
I'm gonna be.
if you got, if, like I said, you paying $20,000 and $30,000 for one night, I mean, that's a lot of money. Just imagine you have 5 nights, right?
And then you get caught the next week.
That's them, but the escort don't have no problem with it.
They get the embarrassment of, you know.
They in a bank. Look at the bank
You see
account.
my
I'm not
mouth? You
embarrassed.
see my mouth? It's wide open right now. I can't.
I mean, but eventually, if they want to stop doing that, when they go into to look for a real job, how's the job employer going to look at them and say, "Oh yeah, you slept with that senator about 2 years
They got
ago"?
to save their money up. Get their own business.
But if
Start
they're
their own
spending money
escort
that quick
service.
to sleep with somebody to get that money, they're not going to have any left.
If you got one cat that's
It's
paying
like
you
gambling. It's going
$30,000,
to turn into an addiction. You're going to have people with problems. It's going to promote problems.
Well, this could go on forever, and it's. I mean,
And it has been going on forever. Prostitution has been around
And as
forever.
you
We're not
can
going to
see-
solve it on mankind.
as you can
I
see,
guarantee you.
Aaron has his point as lowering the price, and these guys are into promoting it and doing the righteous thing. I'll close it out and say, hey, let's just get the government together. You know, as long as the ladies step up and say they want to make a change, let's make a change. You know, I think it can happen as long as they all pull together and step up and say, okay, this is not right. This is not the way I want to live. I have kids. You know, we need help.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I see it. But I'll close it from there. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to Men Talk. Please go and tune in. You can catch us online. You can also email us at menwhotalk@yahoo.com. Any comments, concerns, don't give him a vote. All that. Thank y'all for tuning in to Men Talk. Aaron, Dean,
That's right.
Ben.
See you later.